Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022 Round 2. I'm Jade Ling. Yesterday, all categories were extremely competitive. For the overall categories, Liu Ye got a pole to win, and today he will start from pole position again. And the Pro-Am categories, it's really tight with the three winning teams. They gonna finish less than a second. And the M category, we have two brand new drivers finish the first and the second. So it's a lot to look forward to today. Let's have a look of a highlight from yesterday. 我们来看一下昨天的精彩回放。
2022 season, Porsche Carrera Cup Asia is underway.
Well, welcome back everybody to Zhuzhou for the second round of the 2022 championship season. Great to have your company. It's John Hindhaugh with you for our international call, live and free across the world. Now let's get down to Jade on the grid, who has Alex Sheeple from Porsche.
Joining us now on the track is Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific, Mr. Alexander Gibor. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning. Good morning.
Did you watch the race yesterday? It was so tense. What's your expectation for this season?
Well, first of all, welcome to everyone. I think, of course, yesterday was a very good first one. I think very good racing, very good level of competition in every class. So I'm very much looking forward for a tight competition. In every class, and also, first of all, it's so great to be back. After such a long break for PCCA, it's great to be back. It's great to be back in Zhuzhou. I think Zhuzhou makes always good racing for PCCA. So yeah, very much looking forward for race 2 today.
Thank you for your sharing. OK， 非常感谢季伯安先生分享。我们稍后呢还会有车手的访问，请大家不要走开。Later we're gonna interview our drivers. Stay tuned.
Great to see Alex Sheeple back on the grid. A little earlier in the day than our racing yesterday, just after 11 o'clock here at Zhuzhou. So we are obviously going to have slightly different temperatures. We'll talk about the weather. You know what we like. We love to talk about the weather. So we will let you know exactly what that is. Around about 34 in the air, which is about the same as it was yesterday. The big difference will be when we look at the Michelin track temperatures and see what we have there, because it was up by 60 yesterday. But that was because the sun had been on the track all day. Now, we've had far fewer hours of sunshine and therefore solar energy on the track, so it's only down at 45, which is still pretty hard on the tyres, but nowhere near as bad as yesterday. And tyres will be a story today because there are some people who have saved a set of tyres, and we've got a bit of intel on that for you as well when we go through the grid. Still got most of the teams on the grid with their drivers at the moment, making last-minute changes. Let's head back down there, take a little bit more atmosphere with Jade, who's on the front row, but not with our pole sitter.
Hello everyone, we're going to have a chat with Lin Kang now. Kang Lin, your start wasn't ideal yesterday, but you have a group back to the second place. Well done. So do you do any adjustment today?
Yesterday my start was not so bad, but the reaction time was quite bad, so I lost a position in the start. And then in the lap 5, I outbraked my rival, so I came back to P2. The result yesterday was good. I hope today I can have a better start.
Good luck today. Have a good race.
Starting from the second place on the grid, that gives him the inside line actually to the first corner, but that makes life difficult, of course, because it is tighter on the inside. So he is on used tyres, Lin Kang, on used tyres on the front row, and that's only 3 sets of tyres for the weekend from Michelin. That is mandated. Now, let's have a chat with last year's champion.
Hello everyone, we're going to have a little chat with Daniel. Daniel, as a defending champion, how's your confidence that you can do it again this season?
I mean, I've done it already last season, and to be honest, I just have to keep my head down and do my own races step by step and think how to improve myself and use all the experience I learned from last year and just repeat the process again.
Okay, good luck. Have a good race today.
And Daniel, starting from the the outside of row 2, in his Medong racing car, raced for Jebsen last year. He is on brand new tyres. We had a quick nosy into the Medong garage earlier on to see what was going to be put on. Now, what's ahead of our drivers, our 22 competitors? 3.77 kilometres or 2.34 miles, 14 corners, overtaking spots, maybe down at turn 1, definitely down at the bottom of the hill to the hairpin at turn 3. Turn 5, we saw a bit of overtaking there yesterday. That's again down in the bottom of a dip before we turn right through at 6 and 7, and probably down through 11 as well. That long snaking area from 6 all the way to 11, lovely bit of elevation change there, but it is tight into the first corner, so that's something that all of our drivers will have to keep an eye on. Sun just coming out, actually. We've had a little bit of cloud cover this morning, which has kept that track temperature down. In the meantime, Jade is, well, the grid is being cleared now, but we've got time, hopefully, for Jade to move down the grid and speak to Team KRC's number 65, which is Zhu, our only female driver on the grid.
Hello everyone, we're going to have a short chat with Zhu Zhiyao. Zhiyao, it's your first time with Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, and already you got second place yesterday as the only female on the field. What's your expectation for this season?
I hope for the races of this year I can improve my driving skill, and I think the 对手永远是自己, so I want to be better by the end of this year than myself in the beginning of the year.
Okay, good luck. Have a good race today.
Excellent result for Zhu yesterday for Team KRC. Stood on the podium. Let's quickly run through the grid. Liu He on pole position on new tyres. Lin Kang alongside him on old one. Lokai Lo and Daniel Lu Wenlong. We know Daniel's on new tyres as well. Lu Wei is pole position in Pro-Am with Shobi Wong, but they're both on new tyres. Yuan Bo and Ba Jinlong, he's on used tyres biased. Xu Zhendong and Qiu Che are on the next row. Bianye, Gao Yujie, Hong Shizhe, Min Heng next back. Then Francis Chia and Li Xiao. Henry Kwon, pole position for Triple Ace in the AM category Pro Am. Wang Zhongwei alongside him. And then Zhu Xiao, Eric Kwong, and Tang Robin and Jackie Wu. So not too much difference in the grid that we saw from yesterday. Good run from Jackie yesterday to pull up through the ranks. So the teams have been cleared off the grid. Just one helper to close the door, make sure that the window nets are up on the cars. Just a reminder that the three classes are split by driver experience, speed, and in some cases age, and the cars are all identical. We are using the new last year, new for 2021, Porsche Carrera Cup 992 type car, 4-litre flat six, just over 500 horsepower on the Michelin race tyres. And ahead of us, 30 minutes or 17 laps. And we need to keep an eye on the time today, just in case we get the intervention from the Taycan safety car, because this is, under safety car conditions, quite a long lap. And that may mean that we lose a lap from the end. Eric Kwong for Kiddie Worlds, that very distinctive multicoloured car. Some really great liveries this year as the engines fire up. Notice that most of the drivers deciding not to leave the engines running before the 1 minute board came out. "30 seconds to the warm-up lap here at Zhuzhou for round 2 of the 2022 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. Bit of a shuffle going on at the front of the field with the countdown signs for the drivers. It will be a standing start, waiting for the green flag. As the green lights come on and the engine notes rise, we are rolling on the formation lap for round 2 of the championship. If you are just joining us, welcome along live and free via the Porsche Carrera Cup Facebook page. And once again then, Liu He and Ling Keng at the front of the field. Today, Leo with a little bit of an advantage in that number 777 car. It's the bright yellow and black machine, as he has brand new racing tyres. Other drivers on new rubber for today: Daniel Lu Long in the Medong Racing number 20. Also, Zhou Biwong and Liu Wei at the front of the Pro-Am field. We know that they're on new tyres as well. Got the tyre information for everybody, but I can tell you that Ba Jinlong on the 4th row of the grid, he's definitely on used tyres. A little bit of tactics being played by teams and drivers to hold on to a new set of Michelin rubber for this second race of the weekend. Points being scored in individual classes, and for the dealer trophy, which is extraordinary this year because we have, as well as the 9 Pro, 8 Pro-Ams and 5 Ams, 14 cars registered for the dealer trophy for 2022. And if you want all the details and indeed a smashing spotters guide as well, then the place to go is Carrera Cup Asia on Facebook. So the 777 of Liu Ye for Zhuzhou Racing already in his starting spot. Not a great start yesterday from the number 22, Lin Kang, for BD Group, one of the Absolute Racing run cars. Still netted him a second place though. It's a right-hand turn at turn 1, so the pole sitter comes from the outside. The Panamera coming up to the back of the field. Let's hope we don't see that one. And as much as we like the Taycan as our safety car, it would be nice if we didn't have to have that intervention. Green flag at the back of the grid. 22 flat 6 engines are revved within an inch of their lives. And we are racing in round 2 of the Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. Immediately, our pole sitter, the 777 of Liu Ye, dives across to his right-hand side. And Daniel Liu Wenlong with the new Michelin rubber gets a really, really good start. And it's side by side. And Liu Wenlong is off. Daniel Liu Wenlong goes off. Helped there by Lin Kang, who was defending in that white and pink car. So Daniel, after a great start, is going to come diving down the inside of the number 99, Lo Kai Lo, and try and get back into third position, which he has done. Lo Kai Lo going off the track for a moment. The blue and black car, Daniel Liu Wenlong, remember, he's got brand new tyres. He's trying to make the best of those at the moment. Lo Kai Lo, absolutely 4 wheels off the track there, but was forced there. I don't think the stewards will take any action on that. Ewan Bohr was right in it as well in the 718, the red and white car, just heading that second group, top 5, just pulling away at the moment. So feisty start, as one might have expected. Lu Wei was coming through as well in the number 4 car. He's just dropped back after what's gone on ahead of him. So once again, Liu Ye pulls away from pole position. He felt the need to defend there at the start, which I'm not sure he really needed to. Got a great start, and he's well over a second to the good as he crosses the line at the end of lap 1. Lin Kang holds on to second place, but for how long, with Daniel Liu Wenlong then in second and third. Then Liu Kai Lu right in the wheel tracks in that. So red fronted 99 side by side behind Lu Wei and the 233 of Zheng Zhendong. Battling down the middle part of the field in the other categories, of course. Nice manoeuvre there. Bao Xinlong in the silver, red and blue car going through in the number 6 from Team Shanghai Yonder. That was Chaye, who he went by in the 86, I think. Also right in there, the 55, Gao Yujie, Team Jebsen, last year's champion team with Daniel Liu Wenlong in this championship. Late morning here at Zhuzhou. Track temperature will be climbing through this race. Start at just over 45 Celsius, so about 15 degrees cooler than it was in the heat of yesterday afternoon. Number 17, the swoosh red, white and blue car, Hong Shuzhe, just in behind the 66 of Min Hung for Toro Racing. Very distinctive colours there. And then that Team Jebsen car, the 55, Gao Yujie right there. At the front of the field though, it's still Liu Ye. Not getting down to the times we saw yesterday. Quite break the his own lap record yesterday. 1:37.405 in the first race here last year for Leo. Does like this place. Battle going on for 15th on down with the number 12 car of Wang Zhongwei, Climax Racing car. And further up the field, this is the battle for second now. Through the hairpin, Daniel Lu Wenlong is the meat in the sandwich, which is led at the moment by Lin Kang. And defence down to the bottom of the hill at the middle part of the circuit, and that BD racing car with the pink on the sills and the mirrors, just holding on to it at the moment. Lu Wei for R&B Racing leads in the Pro-Am category. Henry Kwong in 18th in the number 91 for Triple Ace Racing. He leads the AM category. We'll keep you informed with the other classes as the race develops. 5 minutes of the potential 30 to go. And I wonder if going off the track early on for Daniel Lu Wenlong in that light or mid blue and black car just took the edge off his new Michelin tyres. Good run for Young Dong in the Hey car. It's the anime coloured machine. 2:33, sitting up in the top 6 now and 5th in the Pro category. Daniel Lu Wenlong tries to go around the outside of the white second place car of Lin Kang. Driving in the middle of the road, that's fine, but your Porsche, where it makes it very difficult for the drivers to come through this sinuous circuit. 14 corners, but there are some long straights. You will get a little bit of a tow. Daniel's just not getting out of the corners quickly enough. So let's go back to the start. It was a rocket start from Daniel. Might even have been slightly rolling there. He got up the inside and he was into second for a moment, but then just drifted wide. The benefit of new Michelin tyres, he had to go close to the pit wall. Lu Wei making a good start as well in the purple and black car. Daniel up into second position, but very robust defence as they went out of turn 2, and that pushed him way back down. And then from then on he was fighting with Lokai Lo, and when Daniel had been off the track, Lokai Lo in the 99 was off the track as well. And behind them it was 3 wide at one stage, and I thought I'd seen the 718 of Ewan Bo make a good start, but he had to bail out fairly early when they were coming into turn 5 on that first lap. That 718, 718 being the red and white car. Ewan Bo has settled in the Zhengtong Auto machine to 7th position, just ahead of Chua Lue and Bao Xinlong and Zhu Bihang. That's the little battle that's going on for 8th, 9th and 10th position. Well, big changes at the front of the field as both Daniel Lu Wenlong and the 99 of Lokai Lo have gone by the number 22 of Lin Kang. Benefit of new tyres maybe for Daniel, but the gap is huge now. Over 5 seconds at the front of the field. And barring any issue, surely this is going to be a double in the first round for Leo Ye. Almost down to the bottom of the hill at turn 3 before anyone else appears over the top of the rise behind him. Past the secondary pit building, fantastic facility here at Zhuzhou. Various different track configurations being used. Big weekend of racing here with the Chinese Touring Car Championship here as well. And great to see the Porsches at the very top of motorsport in this area of the world, with a 6-event, 12 race calendar this year, starting here this weekend. Then we're off to V1 at the end of August, middle of September for Zhuhai, Singapore, beginning of October, middle of October, Ningbo, and then we finish off at the end of October at Shanghai. 2 races at each event. And something tells me that we're going to have a cracking battle this year between Liu Ye, Daniel Liu Wenlong, and 1 or 2 others as well. Spin down the field for Jackie Wu. Now he's kept the flat 6 running, I think. He's just waiting for the rest of the cars to come through. He's actually made up a few positions, but he's going to have to do all that hard work again. He's made up to 18th, the heading heights of 18th position, and he was battling for the lead in Am with Eric and Henry Kwong, and with Tang Robin behind him. All the Am drivers running together from 16th position down. So now Daniel Liu Wenlong up into 2nd position, but unable to break away from Lu Kai Lu. Lu Kai Lu in the wheel tracks at the moment. Let's check in on that Am battle then, with the lead car being Eric Kwong in the 23 Kiddie World car, and ahead of him he's got Francis Chia for the Trans-China Automotive Racing Group, and behind him a very familiar sight of the brightly coloured 2nd placed Am car, and that is Henry Kwong, the number 91. And there's just a little gap back to Tan Robin, and about 5 seconds, holding on to 3rd place at the moment in the Am category. Henry Kwong today looking for good points after yesterday, when his car didn't finish, ground to a halt at turn 5, parked it off the circuit, and that was the cause of the only necessity to have the Taycan out on the circuit during the race. Still that little group of 3 cars battling for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Meantime, just a couple of places further back, Yung Zhendong in the 233 under pressure now from Yuan Bo. That's the anime car that I was talking about early on. No Tenji, the virtual pop star, featured on the bonnet of that car, and about to be passed, I think, by the 718 of Yuan Bo for the red and white machine. It's cracking scrap, this. It's the battle for 6th and 7th, but 5th and 6th in class. And the Zhengtong Auto driver in the red and white car just squeezing out to the right hand side, trying to get the better line into the next corner as they break at the bottom of the hill for the left-hander. Halfway through the race, and the leader has pretty much the whole start-finish straight between himself and the chasing pack. Liu Ye then goes through. Then that battle for 2nd, Daniel Liu Wenlong, Lu Kai Lu, Lin Keng. Then the gap back to the Pro-Am leader, Liu Wei. Then the 233 of Yung Zhendong, taking a very wide line into turn 3, trying to open it out a little bit, still dropping down to the bottom of the circuit at this point. Big curve left-handed, then a tiny little straight into the braking area for turn 5, which is the right-hander. Straight into 6. Now heading down the middle straight of this Zhuzhou circuit into the hairpin at 9. And then you double back on yourself to turn 10 and down the back straight. Daniel Huwen-Long with pretty clear track ahead of him, and the problem is it's not because he's leading. He's in second place at the moment, and he's not been able to shake the Toro racing car of Lo Kai Lo, and clearly that number 99 car is going to be a threat for the rest of the season. Now in the AM battle, Eric Kwong in the Kiddie World car has put Francis Cha in one of the Pro-Am cars, number 21, between himself and Henry Kwong, who's sitting now with a little bit of work to do down towards turn 1. Now this is a battle for overall position, although they're not in class, but of course Henry in that number 91 car will want the maximum points after his non-score yesterday. These two battled for the championship last year in AM. Good to see them back. No difference in the performance of the cars here, so it's going to be down to Henry to make the move. He's down at turn 3 now, decides to go in the late apex route and try and get on the throttle a bit earlier to go past Francis in the black and blue number 21. It's the Trans China Automotive racing car. A little bit of a lock up ahead of them by Eric Kwong in the Kiddie World Racing Porsche. We'll keep an eye on that. Still plenty going on at the front of the field for podium positions as well. I'm very surprised that Daniel Huwen-Long has not been able to break away from this battle. And fair play to Lin Kang as well, the third of the cars crossing the line now, because he's on used tyres. We definitely know that. I didn't get to have a look at Lo Kai Lo's tyres on the grid, or going to the grid should I say, so I can't give you the information about that. I know that Meidong Racing had saved, and Daniel Huwen-Long had saved a set of tyres. Felt there was an opportunity, and when you saw his start from there, red lights going off, there really was. He just couldn't hold on to it at turn 2. And he'd be, I think, a bit disappointed with that. I was hoping to put some pressure on the pole sitter Leo Ye in the 777, who we've not seen. He is still out front, by the way, but it's 8.5 seconds now at the front of the field. Not unreasonably, we're staying with this battle for the second, third and fourth positions. I should mention as well, in 5th position, Liu Wei in Pro-Am, doing a cracking job for BT Group, for R&B Racing, excuse me. He leads in that dark metallic purple and black number 4. And he's been right amongst the pro drivers all, well, I was going to say all weekend, but we did have a couple of days testing here earlier in the week, so pretty much all week. Through to complete another lap. The gap has come down a wee bit. So, is Leo Ye just soft pedalling, or did he make a slight mistake? Lost 0.6 of a second last time around to the chasing pack, headed by Daniel Huwen-Long. Coming down to turn 1, Bian Ye in the number 3 Team Shanghai Honda machine. He's in 11th position with the Team Jebsen number 55 of Gao Yujie sitting behind, both in the pro category. be happy being that far down. Got shuffled back a wee bit. Started in the inside of row 6. So is exactly where he started, although yes, and in fact Gao Yujie started alongside him, so these two have had a race-long battle for these positions. Always seems to be a way to find somebody to race in these events. .19.5 minutes gone, 6 laps remaining. 5 laps now as they've just gone across the line. And still no real aggressive move being made by Lo Kai Lo. Now it may be that there's no more performance in that car, that number 99 car that's sitting in 3rd position at the moment. Seems to be able to follow Daniel Liu Wenlong at the distance of about a car and a half, maybe 2 Porsche 992s lengths, stretching out to 3 at certain parts of the circuit, but it does seem that he can track him all the way through, so I wouldn't say that it looks like Lo Kai Lo is running out of grip in that car. And still, as well, Bian Ye, 22 Ling Kang for BD Group, he's hanging on to them. So he'll be rather annoyed that he gave up those 2 positions earlier on. He fought so hard to keep 2nd position. Again, not the greatest reaction to the lights going out. Got a good hookup, but he was already 3rd before he turned into turn 1. But my goodness, didn't he make it up on the outside, which then became the left-hand side and the inside line for turn number 3. Chubluon in the number 2 Porsche Beijing Central and Golden Port car, 2nd in Pro-Am, in 10th position overall. In the highlighter green stroke yellow and black car. Chubluon turning through the first corner. Li Chao got a bit to do now as well with the very fast number 23 Kiddie World car behind. That's the leader in the AM category. Goes up the inside for a moment. We've got 3 across the track in turn number 2. Well, Eric Kwong is driving brilliantly. He's just moved up to 14th position overall. Li Chao having a go back at him down at the bottom of the hill at turn 3. And it's Francis Chia behind him in the 21 car. Yes, it is. So he's scrapping with drivers who are in a class ahead. Oh, big lot up from the right front Michelin at turn 5 and 6, but I think he's made that one stick. But to what cost to that right front Michelin? Henry Kwong has now got 1, 2, 3 cars between himself and the class leader, because Hong Shizhe is in front of him, then Francis Chia, then Li Chao, and then Eric, who leads the class. So Eric rather clearing off. I think Henry must have made a mistake because he's dropped 5 or 6 seconds now. Having been pretty much nose to tail. But looks a shoo-in, I would say, 5 seconds ahead of Tang Robin. So 2nd place looks on the cards for the number 91 car. But what a run this is for the Kiddie World number 23 driver, Eric Kwong. 6.5 minutes or 2.5 laps to go. I think we'll make the full 17 today. Li Chao not feeling the need to defend in the black and dark grey and purple Porsche down at the bottom of turn 3. Haven't seen the leader for a while, so let's put that right. The gap back up to nearly 9 seconds, so whatever happened 3 or 4 laps ago to Liu Ye, there was no rot to stop. He was just maybe going through some traffic, actually. No, he hasn't had to lap anybody. Jackie Wu has recovered and is pointing in the right direction and still turning laps, being annoyed after getting all the way up to 18th at one stage. Second place in Henry Kwong in the 91. Important points for him today. Oh, he goes wide, very wide indeed. Now, is he running out of tyres? Is that what's hampering his pace? Also coming to that little battle for 15th, 16th and 17th is the number 17, the white and red car, Hong Shizi for Team CSD. He's nearly there now. Another dive out by the 21 driver, Francis Chia. Oh, and a lot up there. Into turn 1. For Li Chao, that's not going to do him any good whatsoever. Wang Xiongwei in the 12 car, battling with Tan Robben there, I think. Yeah, just half a second between them. Now here's the number 65, Zhu Jiao, Team KRC driver. Had a chat with her on the grid, or at least Jade did. First season of this racing and just wants to get better through the year. Pretty quick cars these, take a bit of learning. Real racing cars, built as racing cars by Porsche Motorsport at Weissach. Daniel Liu went long for the moment, looks to have a little bit of breathing space over Lo Kai Lo. Can't say the same further back for the 233 of Zhong Zhendong. That anime livery under pressure now from the number 86 of Choi Yue, the Porsche holding car, as the leader is on his last lap. And we'll just get that in, actually. 27 minutes gone. We're doing about a minute 40s. So good timing by Liu He. Well, he's never been pressured. Not at all. Kongji Racing will notch up a double, 2 poles, 2 wins. And he comes across the line. I think he's got 2 fastest laps as well. I'll confirm that for you later. Easing off towards the end. Daniel Liu went long, some 8 seconds back in second for Meidong Racing. And a very creditable third for Toro Racing's Lo Kai Lo. Li Keng, perhaps a little disappointed, starting second, finishes 4th to add to his second place from yesterday, but good points there for the BD Racing driver. Best of the Pro-Ams, the number 4, R&B Racing, Liu Wei. And we'll just wait a little while, keep an eye on the start-finish line to see where Eric Kwong comes in, the 23 Kiddie World Racing team. Should be coming across the line about now. In fact, there he is, flashing his headlights. So he got up to 14th position and takes the AM category. But for the first weekend of rating in the 2022 Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, it's all been about one driver, one team and one car. The highest number on the grid, the 777, has started from the front and not been headed, apart from a couple of laps yesterday when he was behind this Taycan safety car. He's been looking at clear road all weekend. A picture perfect weekend, and the championship lead then for Leo Ye as we head into the next two rounds at the end of July at Zhuzhou International Circuit. We'll have full coverage of that for you, of course, again live and free here on the Carrera Cup Asia Facebook and YouTube sites and our syndications. A long wait and look back from Leo Ye for the rest of the cars coming in. He was in a different race there. He could have pulled over, made a cup of tea and a couple of slices of toast, and he still would have won that one. Daniel Liu went long. Good points for him for second position. Goes over to say thanks to his team. So the championship battle lines, I think, have been drawn, haven't they? We've seen over the last couple of days, Leo Ye has announced himself as the real championship contender. Well, we sort of knew that anyway. Daniel Liu went long. He's not going to give up the championship he won last year easily, so he's going to be in it. So is Lo Kai Lo and Li Kang. And given half a chance, I think Ewan Ball will be there to pick up some good points as well for the rest of the season. So let's just recap what we've seen, and unofficially the results see Leo Ye win for Chunji Racing in Pro ahead of Daniel Liu Wenlong and Lo Kai Lo. They'll be your podium. Liu Wei for R&B in fifth wins the Pro-Am category. Eric Kwong up to 14th to win the AM class. And was Henry second? Yes, he was. Held on to 18th position, just ahead of Tang Robin.
Welcome back, Leo. Again, you are the winner. How do you feel about today's ride?
We get maximum point this weekend, and a huge thanks to the team and our engineer especially. Give us a fabulous car. We can push all the way through. We have such a good lead towards our rivals. So it's been very easy 2 days, but the season is still very long. So we'll keep pushing and try to win more races.
So what's your expectation for this season?
We just try to be on the podium as much as possible, and we'll see how it goes. And no disqualify.
Okay. Congratulations again, Leo.
Perfect weekend. He about said it himself, didn't he? Let's be brutal about this. He has absolutely knocked it out the park this weekend. Let's go back down to Jade, who's picked off another one of the drivers.
Welcome back. Congratulations, Liu Wei. I know it's your first time joining Porsche Carrera Cup Asia, and it's your first win. Tell me about how you feel now.
I feel pretty lucky. Had a good start. Because of the good start, nobody was around me. So I just got to do a practice session. So the pace was good. Team was happy. Hopefully I didn't let them down. So pretty good result.
So what's your next expectation for our next race?
No, just have fun. Hopefully, no crashing, no scratching. Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
That's an excellent result. Takes the Pro-Am category, but 5th overall, picking his way through, not exactly carnage at the front of the field, but certainly taking advantage of that good start. And then he was, as he rightly said, in clear air for the rest of the race. I like no crashes, no scratches. I'm going to use that one in the future, I think. So let's see if we can pick off our AM winner.
Welcome back, Eric. Congratulations. It's your first win for this season. How do you feel about your race today?
Well, it was great. I mean, I got a pit penalty for three grid penalties, and nothing to think about. I just chased, and one by one, and everything went well. And then the car is doing great, and yeah, it's just where I am.
Okay. Congratulations for your good success today.
Thank you so much.
That's a good point, actually. He was demoted three places, but it didn't seem to slow him down. Eric Kwong there winning Ang. So right from the start, Daniel Liu went long with a rocket getaway on the inside of Lin Kang into the first corner and looked to have got second position. Really did, I was going to say more than half the job. He was ahead, but Lin Kang decided that he was going to throw it up the inside at turn 2. Was there a tiny little touch there? And sitting right in behind them, the number 4 of Lu Wei, but also getting involved early on, the number 99 of Liu Kai Luo, who was gently ushered off the track as well. The 718 down the inside at turn 5 had to back out. Yuan Bo deciding discretion was the better part of valor. And then a bit of side-by-side action as well with the 66 of Ming Hung and Toro Racing. After that, it was all about defence from Lin Kang in second place. Daniel Liu went long going through. Oh, spin in the pack for the number 17. Well, that is where the CSD car and Hong Shunzhe dropped further back. That was coming over the top of the brow of the hill out to 2 down towards 3. Smashing battle as the number 23, Eric Kwong, fought his way through, passing some of the Pro-Am cars, including the number 9 of Li Chao, with a fabulous over and under manoeuvre between turns 1 and 2. Li Chao fighting back down at turn 3, but couldn't keep that position, took it back for a moment. But Eric was having too much fun, and even though he tortured his right front Michelin into turn 5 and 6, he claimed that position. A bit of a lock up from the number 65 of Zhuzhou. And that battle at the front of the field, well, it was all going on a long way behind Liu Ye. Liu Kai Luo found his way past Lin Kang, but at the front of the field there was nobody who had any answers for the questions that Liu Ye was setting. Much like yesterday, even after the intervention yesterday of the Taycan safety car, no such look for the rest of the pack today. Nothing to close them up onto that brightly coloured yellow rear wing of the 777. It's a delightful double and top points across the weekend for Liu Ye and Zhuzhou Racing. So we'll move on to the V1 circuit at the 26th of August. 26th to the 28th of August is our next event. 2 more races at V1, and it will be Liu Ye who takes a strong championship lead to our second event of the season. I hope you can join us for that. I'd like to say thank you to all of the volunteer marshals and officials at Zhuzhou this weekend, as well as our hard-working technical staff, camera operators, both trackside and further afield, putting the international feed together for Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022. Formalities to come. So Jade's just making her way from Parc Fermé up to the podium area. Really tidy bit of design, the Zhuzhou circuit. Shoehorned into a not huge area of land, but with a variety of track configurations on offer. And as we've seen, quite a decent bit of rise and fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium presentation for round 1 of race 2 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022 in Zhuzhou. 女士们、先生们，欢迎来到2022亚洲保时捷卡雷拉杯第2回合正赛颁奖典礼。Let's invite the winners of round 1 of race 2 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022 in Zhuzhou for the M class. 现在让我们开始颁发2022亚洲保时捷卡雷拉杯第2回合正赛 M 组别。Let's welcome 唐若冰 the third place. Let's welcome the second place, Henry Kwon. Let's welcome our winner, Eric Kwon. Now we are glad to invite, 现在让我们有请纪伯安 Alexander Gibbot 保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理 Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific Limited to present the winner trophy. Now we're glad to invite, 现在让我们有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔先生 Mr. Ben Mott, Director Motorsports Michelin Asia Pacific to present the second place trophy. Now we are glad to invite. 接下来让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车上海贸易有限公司财务与法务高级顾问陈允念 Ms. Charlotte Shen, Senior Counsel Finance Regulations PMAP to present the third place trophy. Let's have a group photo together. Okay. Okay, very good. Now, it's the champagne time!
To Podia for Tang Robin this weekend. First points of the season for Henry Kwong and first win of the season for Eric. That's a very happy podium in the AM category. And we'll quickly reset and get the Pro AM podium up for you as well. Nice to see Babendum, the Michelin man, on duty again this weekend. So in Pro Am, Liu Wei, the runaway winner from Bajunlong for Team Shanghai yonder in second. And Xiaopi Wang for Porsche Beijing Central and Golden Port in third. I remember Liu Wei up in fifth position overall.
The winner of round 1 of race 2 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022 in Zhuzhou for the Pro M class. 接下来让我们颁发2022亚洲保时捷卡雷拉杯第2回合正赛绅士组别。That's welcome， 让我们掌声有请第3名的 third place 周碧煌。The second place,
podium of the weekend for Xiaopi Wang.
And our first place, Liu Wei. Now we are glad to invite, 现在让我们有请季伯安 Alexander Gibord 保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理 Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific Limited to present the winner trophy. Now we are glad to invite, 现在让我们有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔先生 Mr. Ben Mart, Director Motorsport Michelin Asia Pacific to present the second place trophy. Now we are glad to invite, 现在让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车上海贸易有限公司财务与法务高级顾问陈允念 Ms. Charlotte Shen, Senior Counsel Finance and Regulations PMAP to present the third place trophy. Okay, let's have a group photo together. Okay, guys, are you ready? It's champagne time!
Another pretty happy podium, wasn't it? That leaves us only with the top 3 overall and in Pro. In third, Lo Kai Lo for Toro Racing, defending champion from last year, Daniel Liu Wenlong from Meidong Racing, and it will be Liu Ye once again on the top step of the podium, crowning what has been quite clearly a perfect weekend for him. Don't think he's put a wheel wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now presenting the trophy for the overall class. 现在我们要为大家颁发的是 overall class 专业组的奖项。That's welcome， 让我们有请 third place 罗开罗。Second place, Daniel 陆文龙。And first place, our winner, Liu Ye, Ye Hongli. And the dealer trophy winner is 获得我们今天的经销商奖杯的是俊杰车队。Now we are glad to invite， 现在让我们有请季伯安 Alexander Gibord 保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理 Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific Limited to present the winner and dealer trophy. Now we're glad to invite， 现在让我们有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔先生 Mr. Ben Mar，Director Motorsport Michelin Asia Pacific to present the second place trophy. Now we are glad to invite， 现在让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车上海贸易有限公司财务与法务高级顾问陈宇念 ，Ms. Charlotte Chen, Senior Counsel Finance and Regulations PMAP to present the third place trophy. Okay, let's have the group photo together. Okay, are you ready? Champagne time!
So 3 podia for our second race of the opening weekend of the 2022 season of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. And the first 2 rounds has seen a big championship lead established by Leo Ye, and the 777 team have absolutely cleaned up this weekend. We are back the 26th to the 28th of August at V1. Join me, John Hindorf, and the rest of the team for some more great racing from Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022. Bye-bye for now. Goldenport in third. I remember Lou Witt up in fifth position overall.
The winner of round 1 of race 2 of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022 in Zhuzhou for the Pro M Class. 接下来让我们颁发2022亚洲保时捷卡雷拉杯第2回合正赛绅士组别。Let's welcome， 让我们掌声有请第3名 the third place 周碧煌。The second place,
podium of the weekend for Xiaoping.
And our first place, Lü Wei. Now we are glad to invite， 现在让我们有请纪伯安 Alexander Debord 保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理 Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific Limited to present the winner trophy. Now we are glad to invite， 现在让我们有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔先生 Mr. Ben Mar, Director Motorsport Michelin Asia Pacific to present the second place trophy. Now we are glad to invite， 现在让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车上海贸易有限公司财务与法务高级顾问陈允念 Ms. Charlotte Chen, Senior Counsel Finance and Regulations PMAP to present the third place trophy. Okay, let's have a group photo together. Okay, guys, are you ready? It's champagne time!
Another pretty happy podium, wasn't it? That leaves us only with the top 3 overall and in pro. In third, Le Caillot for Toro Racing, defending champion from last year, Daniel Llewellyn from Meidong Racing, and it will be Leo Ye once again on the top step of the podium, crowning what has been quite clearly a perfect weekend for him. Don't think he's put a wheel wrong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now presenting the trophy for the overall class. 现在我们要为大家颁发的是 overall class 专业组的奖项。That's welcome， 让我们有请 Third place 罗开罗。Second place Daniel 陆文龙。And first place, our winner, Liu Ye, Ye Hongli. And the dealer trophy winner is 获得我们今天的经销商奖杯的是俊杰车队。Now we are glad to invite 现在让我们有请季伯安 Alexander Gibord 保时捷亚太赛车运动董事总经理 Managing Director of Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific Limited to present the winner and dealer trophy. Now we are glad to invite 现在让我们有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔先生 Mr. Ben Mark Director Motorsport Michelin Asia Pacific to present the second place trophy. Now we are glad to invite 现在让我们有请保时捷亚太赛车上海贸易有限公司财务与法务高级顾问陈宇念 Ms. Charlotte Chen Senior Counsel Finance and Regulations PMAP to present the third place trophy. Okay, let's have the group photo together. Okay, are you ready? Champagne time!
So 3 podia for our second race of the opening weekend of the 2022 season of Porsche Carrera Cup Asia. And the first 2 rounds has seen a big championship lead established by Leo Ye, and the 777 team have absolutely cleaned up this weekend. We are back the 26th to the 28th of August at V1. Join me, John Hindhaugh, and the rest of the team for some more great racing from Porsche Carrera Cup Asia 2022. Bye-bye for now.